So what happened, sir?
So, we're out here on a regular maintenance call today. And, tried to beat the storms and we ended up getting soaked right in the middle of it. So we're going to come back and finish up later. All right, let's try this again. Hey guys, Gary Lee here, fisheries biologist at Pond King. As you can see here, we've got a pond with a light ring of filamentous algae all around the edge of the pond. This is hurting your areas that you're able to fish, as well as providing a lot of excess area for your nursery habitat. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna mix up a copper sulfate solution and go ahead and apply it to the entire pond bank. So for the amount of vegetation we have today, we're gonna mix up about a half a gallon of this pre-mixed solution. You gotta realize that you're mixing a solution that's fixing to go straight into water and get diluted even further. So you want it as concentrated as you can get it. Our recommendations for this copper sulfate are about 3:1 on its mix ratio. And as you can see here, I'm not soaking this vegetation, I'm just getting it covered really well. Now in areas of higher densities like this one right here in this pocket, we're gonna soak it down just a little bit heavier than we would normally. As you can see here, we've got some water pennywort. This is an emergent aquatic vegetation. As you can see here, it's not in the water at all. It's up on the bank in the grass. This vegetation will actually grow up into your banks as well as out into the shallows of your pond. If you're starting to see a lot of this take over your pond, my recommendation would be applying an aquatic rated glyphosate with an aquatic rated surfactant. It's very, very easy to manage. Just use it in a backpack sprayer or a pump up yard sprayer and just slightly mist the surface of it. You'll see results in about 7 to 10 days. So we're at another pond, and as you can see, it's got a heavy filamentous algae bloom. So we're gonna treat it the same way we did that last pond with our copper sulfate. But the other problem we're having with this pond is we regularly dye it. And as you can see, we have tons of clarity. We can see the bottom of the pond in about 4 feet of water. This pond has a high rate of flow through, so what we have to do is regularly come back in here and reapply that dye to reduce the clarity and help subdue some of this vegetation. Okay, so we're talking about treating this filamentous algae, but going into identifying it, we're gonna look at this plant as a whole. As you can see, it's growing in these long chains or filaments, and then it can actually mat together to grow these big vegetation mats. These vegetation mats can get so thick that you can actually get other types of emergent vegetation growing on the surface. So let me grab a handful of this stuff right here. And as you can see, a lot of people call it moss or slime. It's got these long chains of cells that make filaments or fibers. And it resembles most like wet cotton, a cotton boll or something like that that's got wet. So that's the easiest way to identify this vegetation. So guys, one of the biggest things to remember if you try to treat the aquatic vegetation on your pond for yourself is to only treat about 20 to 30% of the total surface acres at a time. This is going to help reduce the amount of oxygen depleted from the water and help to prevent a fish kill. Hey guys, thanks for coming along with us today. If you have any other questions or want any more information, visit our website, pondking.com. If you're having any issues with your pond or have any questions on the management practice we instilled today, drop us a comment below. We'll see y'all later.